Now, if I take your career away, if I take your degree away, what's your purpose as a woman?
What essential skill?
God, you podcast niggas are exhausting, bro. Like, why? Like, that question can literally go for anybody. If you take their career away, take their degrees away, what are they? What is their purpose? They got those degrees and stuff for a reason. Y'all trying to go back to fuck caveman times. Oh, man do this, woman do that. Shut up. Find somebody who values align with yours and move on. Trying to turn everybody into what you want them to be. Shut up. Just shut up. Traditional man this, traditional woman that. If y'all niggas are traditional men, you wouldn't be sitting behind a microphone gossiping like bitches. That's not a traditional man thing. You know? Niggas was building houses. Y'all niggas don't want to build houses. Y'all just want to sit behind microphones and tell women what they can and can't do. God damn, this shit just...
I don't know why some men think this way, why they think so low, or why they see woman as something else. I don't know. Because I saw this video on TikTok. It was a podcast. You guys know podcasts now. People just come. So far, you can afford to buy a mic. You can afford camera. You can afford a couch. You just sit down and start speaking pure rubbish. And that's what this black man was saying. I'm going to play the video for you all to watch. Play it to the end. Then we'll come back and talk about it.
Number one, I don't want to be married.
Okay.
If you marry any of these Western modernized women, you're a fool because you ain't getting a real wife, not a traditional wife.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're doing the modern marriage type of thing where y'all making them new modern rules, okay, that's different. Okay. But if you're looking for a traditional marriage, you're not getting it here, which is why passport bros are a thing, and guys are going to get foreign women that are raised with traditional beliefs. The traditional belief system here, dead, over with. It's a wrap. Number two, a man's success isn't defined by marriage. A woman's is. Oh. Our success is defined by the success we create for ourselves. Your success is defined by, can you get a husband? Did you procreate? Because let's just say, even if you got rich, if you never procreated as a woman and was a mother, you're a failure. Because you were put here for a man and to repopulate the earth, to reproduce.
So you're a failure if you cannot create children?
No, I ain't gonna say if you can't. I'm saying if you can and you don't.
Oh, don't.
Right. So even if you go get all the money and all that shit, what does that mean for real? Because this whole thing is only a thing because we agree. If we remove jobs, money, everything and get back to the root of what we were as humans just basics before all of this, then what's your purpose now? If I take your career away, if I take your degree away, what's your purpose as a woman?
What essential skills do you have to?
No, fuck essential skills. Man. What is your purpose now? Because women are putting purpose in careers. They're putting purpose in money, lifestyles. If we remove all of that, we're just humans on earth. What's your purpose now? What defines your success now? You can't fall on your career, can't fall on your degree. There's no Birkins, no nothing. We just humans. What's success now as a woman?
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking.
Oh. Hey, beautiful people. How you all doing today? My name is Maria Davis, and I'm back again with another interesting video. What really got me so annoyed about this video is the fact that you're trying to tell a woman that you don't have any purpose in life if you don't procreate, or what if you remove all your wealth? Like, we are useless if you can't procreate. Like, the audacity. You can't get married because you want to marry a traditional woman. Are you a traditional man? Like, me, I don't know. Is it just me? I want to know what you all think down in the comment section, because I have interesting stitches to share with you all. Like, very, very interesting stitches. Men that were pissed off at their fellow man for saying something like that, and also women coming to tell the man that this is our purpose in life. If there is no child, if we don't have wealth, this is my purpose as a person in life. I would like to also know your opinion down in the comment section while I share the stitches. I'll share my own opinion at the end of all the stitches.
Even if you got rich, if you never procreated as a woman and was a mother, you're a failure.
So y'all can call me whatever you want, but like, goddamn, shut the up. Like, goddamn, this should be blowing my mind. Like, literally, like, people want to feel so important by just being a man. Just like, if you're a woman and you don't have kids, you're a failure at life. But a man, if I go out here and build a fucking hut with my hands, I'm a success because I did it myself. Oh, please, for the love of dear God, I'm not posting this on nowhere else but TikTok. But like stop. This. I already know y'all call me pandering, but like, y'all, this shit is so frustrated. Whatever you view as success for yourself, view that as success for yourself and stop putting those parameters on other people to try to lift yourself up because you might not be in life where you want to be. This shit, like, y'all, shut the fuck up. Like, God, whew.
Then what's your purpose now? If I take your career away, if I take your degree away, what's your purpose as a woman?
The worst thing that could happen to a Black man is a podcast. I just wanted to say that before I answer his question. Now, as for my purpose, if you take away my career, my accolades, my degrees, what is my God-driven purpose? It's to teach Black women how to choose better by getting closer to God. I teach Black women how to identify narcissistic, toxic, abusive, womanizing Black men, misogynistic Black men. I teach them how to identify them from a mile away so they can avoid them. I mean, after all, y'all tell us to choose better, right? So if I teach my sisters to choose themselves instead of choosing to be in a relationship, what y'all gonna do then? And I also teach Black women to get closer to God, build a close relationship with Him, and don't worry about being in a relationship. So I know who the and without my career and degrees, I'm serving His purpose.
If I take your career away, if I take your degree away, what's your purpose as a woman?
But you literally can't take them away. like you literally can't.
What essential skills do you have to?
No, for skills. Yeah. What is your purpose now?
My purpose would be to love and to share love and experience love. Excuse the conditioner in my hair. This man thinks a woman, if you take away her career, her job, and her money, what is she? She's someone who should procreate. And whether a woman procreates or not, I think the purpose is to love. To live, to love, and if we get lucky enough, to find some happiness.
Getting a real wife, not a traditional wife.
I just don't understand, why do men continuously get on these podcasts and just talk so much buffoonery? I don't get it. Y'all say I want a traditional woman. I don't even go to church. It's like 5 men on the pulpit and everyone else in the congregation is mothers and about 3 to 4 kids sitting beside them. In the fraternities, y'all just shimmy in and go on the picnics and turn it up. Half of the Pee Wee and Little League and boy camps are now tarnished because y'all keep getting on these podcasts degrading Black women. Women never left the home. We still got the kids in the house. Y'all the ones that keep leaving. I'm not even going to. I've never seen this many male podcasts in my 26, 27 years of living. Never. That was a woman's thing. What happened to cooking on the grill at the park, protecting the kids while they play?
Even if you got rich, if you never procreated as a woman and was a mother, you're a failure.
Y'all men really do not make enough money to sit behind these podcasts and talk about women the way y'all do. The average man does not even make 6 figures. So that already cancels out an average man being traditional because you got to pay all the bills and you got to make all the ends meet. Have you noticed it's always somebody, most likely baby daddy, who probably makes about $65,000 a year, telling a woman what she should and should not be doing when he should be trying to find other methods of income? And do you notice that it's not successful men doing this? Like, you don't see men like who make John Morant money or, like just men with big money sitting behind these podcasts for real, telling women what they should and shouldn't do. They're too busy dabbling women, getting money and playing around, right? And the reason why they aren't behind these podcasts because the woman they want, they got them. They don't need to complain about them and tell them what they should and shouldn't be.
Any of these Western modernized women, you're a fool because you ain't getting a real wife.
I'm gonna be honest, I really don't like takes like this because it doesn't show progress. We sit up here and we talk down on women, talking about what you were here naturally for, talking about you were just here to make babies and take care of a family. And in 1892, that might have been a thing, but guess what? Women are getting to their own money now. Women are getting degrees, they're having success, they're building businesses on their own. If we really want to break it down, then you could say men are here to protect and provide, but guess what? Most men can't even protect and provide for themselves. So how is a woman supposed to follow that lead? That's why a lot of women don't follow a lot of men's lead, because they just walking so blind. So what, you want this woman to follow this blind man? That don't make sense. And that's why a lot of men get upset, because this woman just doesn't listen. In 1892, that woman had to listen to that man and do whatever he said, even if it was the wrong choice. Guess what? Women have their own choices now, and they're going to make their own decisions, whether you like it or not.
A man's success isn't defined by marriage. A woman's is. Our success is defined by...
So my last video got taken down because of community guidelines. So I'm going to restate what I said in my previous video, but using safe words. I just want you to zoom in on the crotch area of that podcast, bro, and let me know what you find. I didn't find anything. No imprint in them medium ass jeans or that medium ass shirt. Nothing. And he thinks he's dropping gems, when really he's just hopped up on roids, mad because don't nobody want the nigga, because he's giving very SDE, no BDE. And so all that's left for him is to tell women they are nothing without marriage. Absolutely pathetic.
Of what we were as humans just before all of this, then what's your purpose now?
I really wish I could be on these podcasts sometimes, because these women are not asking the important questions. A woman asked him, what if you can't produce children? Like, what, are you just not a real woman then? Like, what if you can't have children? And he was like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if you can and you just don't. Okay, but that doesn't answer the question. How do you view women? You believe they're here to procreate. How do you view women who cannot bear children? Should they just be cast aside? Should we just unalive them? Answer the question. And then secondly, he said, what is your purpose? If we take away your career, we take away lifestyles, we just get back to what we are as human beings, what is a woman's purpose? And the silence from the women was loud as hell. And it hurt my soul. It hurt my spirit. Because as soon as he said that, he was like, if you take away all this extra bullshit, what is your purpose in life? I was like, to teach. Women can teach. Can we not? If we just get back to our purpose as human beings, who's going to be creating and at home and making the things that our society needs to survive? Clothing, baskets. If we're getting back to hunter-gatherer society, who's at home drying the meat while the men are out being hunter-gatherers? Like, the thing, I'm just so frustrated, and I'm having a hard time getting my words out because I'm just so frustrated. I love and I hate this topic at the same time. Oh, let me also just say, women can farm and garden, and then there are also women who can go out and actually hunt for food and dress the kills when you bring there's just so much that women can do outside of laying down and bearing your big-headed ass children. And this right here, this is why I would love to be on these podcasts, because these men would hate me because I be ready and with the shits. And my whole issue with well, if we take away everything that we have now, what is your purpose? As if there were not women back then who could not procreate but still had fulfilled lives and a fulfilled purpose in that society in which they lived. What? And we're not even on the subject of men who are sterile. Like, come on. And then his throwaway comment about not fighting traditional women amongst modern women these days, as if traditional women still, like, as if they don't exist. They do. Y'all just want to go 50-50 with them, and that's not fucking traditional.
Then what's your purpose now? If I take your career away, if I take your degree away, what's your purpose as a...
Women know money. Women know work. Women know education. So men strong. These men are really out here telling on themselves, because this man had the audacity to say that women don't provide value to a man unless she's able to get married and have his children. And then he goes on to say that the way that a man provides value is by providing for his family. And how do you provide for your family? You get an education and you work, so you make good money. So what they're trying to say is that they see women as competition. They see women as a threat because they know that we can outperform them, and therefore they have no other value for us. So the only way to undermine us is to reduce our accomplishments. So when you look at the rise of single men and how many men are ending up divorced, it's no reason why they want to remove no-fault divorce, access to higher education, access to abortion, because they are trying to force women to stay with these men. They know that access to all of those things gives a woman freedom. Freedom from these types of men who will control them, impregnate them, and then leave them to be single mothers.
If you marry any of these Western modernized women, you're a fool, because you ain't getting a real...
At this point, who do I need to speak to in the White House about making podcasts like these illegal? Not just putting an end to it, but literally you will go to jail if you make a podcast like this. I am all for podcasts if you want to sit down with your Amazon microphone and speak about a topic. But this same tired rhetoric of what do you bring to the table, alpha versus beta males, and who eats first, the man or the kids, and what would you do if you found out your partner was cheating? I just want y'all to understand this. There are more aspects to a relationship than just those three questions. And I just want y'all to find a new topic.
Even if you got rich, if you never procreated as a woman and was a mother, you're a failure.
There's a shift happening. Do you feel it? So right now, men have resorted to a point where they are now trying to reduce you to nothingness in order for you to have children. I don't even understand why it's so important to them to define what we are and what our purpose is. We live in a society today where women are doing amazing things. When I tell you women are out here glowing up at an alarming rate, take it from me, a licensed real estate broker associate for over a decade. I had an opportunity to see women purchase property at an alarming rate. And let me tell you, there are single women with children that are single, women that are married, women that are in relationships with another man. They play a critical role in establishing a home. So it doesn't matter if they're single or they're with a partner, they're doing it. As a matter of fact, if you ask me, and if you were to do a survey with other realtors, you'll find that a lot of the motivation for men to even move forward with purchasing a property came from the woman. And that could be his wife, his girlfriend, or his mom. So when you really think about it from every single angle, women provide motivation. So if you strip away our money, our career, our degrees, we are still the essence of woman, and we can be that with or without children. But you see, the absence of children in our lives mean that there is likely to be the absence of a man, a forever man, that is, because when you have children with a man, you have to deal with them kind of like forever. And a lot of men are not happy with that, right? Because the truth is, they are the ones with the fear of dying alone. A lot of women are not afraid of that. A lot of women do not weigh their existence on having children or not. Are there some women that are in deep desire to have children and get married? Absolutely. Are there some that want that, but it doesn't define them either way it goes? Absolutely. But that is essentially the problem for men like this guy who's hosting this podcast. It suits him better if all women were just only focused on having children for men. So it's in his interest to remove everything you've accomplished. All of your degrees, your money, your career, your friendships that you've built with all of your girls, your traveling, your plush life, in order to define you as a woman. Ladies, he represents a small minority of men. There are great men out there that will love you and they see your purpose without using children to define you.
I personally think that men that just come and make you look like a woman doesn't have a purpose if she doesn't give birth or removing her wealth and everything. Men that just, bank on that and have that mentality. There are men that are afraid of women trying to make their choices, or women that are wealthy, they can't stand them because they want to control them, because they won't have that control over you. And let me tell you, for a man to have a control over a woman, it must be like the woman must want, as in there's nothing she wants that she doesn't have to call the man and be like, oh, this is what I want, this is what I want. Or she can't do anything without the man, but now the fact that women can do things without men, is actually fearing most men. They're like, oh, the fact that they can do these things without even asking us to help them to do it, how do we control them? How do we get, it's not all men, trust me, most men, especially men like that in that video, and he can't be the only one, right? They want someone they want to control, they want someone that they want to just control in general. So for you to be able to control a woman, the woman must not have anything, and the only thing she will be able to have is to give birth, have children for you. And at the end of the day, you will still leave her to be a single mother so that she can still come back begging you to be dropping money for the child or to do this and that. I feel like that's what most of these men, that's what they want, or that's what they actually want in a woman. But nowadays, women are already waking up and seeing that for you to be a successful woman, you don't even have to, it's not about having kids with men that are not worth it. It's not about being a single mother or just, okay, let me just have kids then because this man wants me to have kids, let me just have kids. Women are waking up already, and that fears some men, because women are now like getting in charge, going after things that will benefit them, putting themselves first, choosing if they should have kids or not. And it's their choice. Women are now making choices that suit them, not just thinking. Because sometimes women make decisions and thinking about the man, thinking about people around them, that's how women make it. Even though the decision doesn't favor them, but when they look around and be like, oh, this is not going to favor someone around me, they just make that decision. But now women are choosing their self first, making choices that suit them first before thinking of someone else. That fears some men and be like, oh, for this woman to be able to make these kind of choices, definitely I can control her, definitely I won't be able to tell her to do this at any given time because she might tell me no and all of that. So to be honest, I don't think this makes sense. I don't think whatever is said in that video makes sense, but I know everybody's entitled to their opinion. Of course, I know some men will be like, what he said is making sense and all of that, but to me it doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't at all. If you remove wealth, if you remove making money from a man, what is the function of a man? What will you do? What is his purpose of life? Please try and answer that if you're in support of whatever he's saying. I really want to know. And that's what today's video is all about. Thank you all so much for joining in today. Hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and all of that good stuff. And of course, I'll see you all in my next video.